It's a pretty nice pack. We got one of the best green commons, the best white common. I think it's the best red common. Atarka Freed is so good. I mean, sometimes Twin Bolt is a little better, but sometimes Atarka Freed is way better than Twin Bolt. And it gets you to formidable so quick. Like turn 3, you play it. Turn 4, you can flip it and swing with it and Glade Watcher and hit for 10. I've done that. So it sucks to be shipping Atarka Freed. I'm glad there are other cards of interest. I'm pretty sure I would take Pacifism over Silk Wrap anyway. Oh, there we go. We definitely can't ship. I mean, Pacifism's arguably better than Atarka Freed, as is Flatten. Maybe we do ship Atarka Freed. Maybe we take Shaman and be like the super aggro black-red deck. Man, this pack is just stacked. They took the rare, too. It could be anything. We definitely want to be red. And I don't think Flatten is way better than Atarka Freed. What do you guys think here? I think Pacifism's like, if Atarka Freed's a 7 or an 8, then Pacifism's like a 7.5 or an 8.5. Flatten's a tiny bit better. Yeah, Flatten is greater than Shaman, I think. On average, I think it's better. I think Shaman can be like a 9 or a 10 in some decks in some spots, but Flatten's always just really solid. I'm afraid by taking Flatten, though. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, is by taking it, like if I take Flatten, then the best card is Atarka Freed or Pacifism. So I'm very scared of shipping that. And this also leaves me open to take whatever I get third pick. Now the best card in here, first pick, first pack, I would definitely take Youthful Scholar. I'm a little nervous about trying to take black after passing a Flatten and Atmosphere. So the move has to be to forget about black. I like Enduring Victory here, actually. I think it's... Youthful Scholar is possible. I did ship 2 passive. Maybe it's just Youthful Scholar. We haven't done like a blue-red deck. Yeah, double pacifism. Yeah, that was a bad... I realized also myself, I think it's just Youthful Scholar here. He's better than Enduring Victory anyway in a vacuum. I don't like him as much in blue-red, but... yeah, it's definitely Youthful Scholar. I just brain farted on that for a second. I think we have to default to taking red cards where possible over blue cards, because we have 2 very good red cards and 1 good blue card. We want to make sure they don't get in red. We ship that 1 Atarka Freed. I want to get the what's he called? This, not the Storm, Shockwave Dragon. Yeah, it's got to be the Hot Hands. And we're shipping a Surge of Righteousness, which is a good card to remember is in the draft. We're shipping a green card of interest. No other blue cards. 2 uncommons and a rare are gone, so like they're taking the whatever. Shockmaw, that's what I mean. Yeah, Shockmaw. All right. Yeah, I think we just like, I mean, I think we're getting cut off a little bit in blue, potentially. But I think it's very dumb for us not to just go blue-red or possibly green-red. Screech Maw Brawler's okay. So I could potentially take that. That seems a little loose to me because it's so much worse. That's not a late Sandcrafter. 5th. These packs have been good. I'm happy taking the Drowner. I don't know that we have to be an aggressive deck. This could be more of a controlling blue-red deck. I'm more worried about getting jammed up on 5s than I am on 4s. Hand is pretty good. So is Drowner. We've got Youthful Scholar, which is obviously a big combo. Combo Wombo. I guess it's just Storm Singer. It's a morph. I don't like it, but I don't know about Contradict. Yeah, that's why I also thought it'd be interesting to try. I don't think Volcanic Rush will be very good in this deck. If this was like a red X card, I know it like could be blue white, but like I think I'd be more inclined to take it than a blue white card. It's possible this is the take anyway. Maybe we splash. Maybe we get like one more card that makes it worthwhile. Blue red often is very spell heavy, though right now we're very creature heavy. I don't love reducing stature. It's fine. We don't really have any removal now, so I think it's Breeze Dancer, and then potentially we splash. It also keeps people the fuck out of blue. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I don't think Magmatic Chasm is a card for this deck at all. Maybe it is Chasm. Yeah, Lore Master doesn't get much back at this point. No, that gives me another 3-drop. I want to take the Lore Master. Interesting. I think it has to be Faithful here. Skywise Teachings is janky at best. I don't know that I think this is a Lightning Berserker deck at all. I think Sidisi's Faithful is much better. And I'll get more stuff with blue-red, like Cunning Strikes and that kind of stuff. There'll be other spells. Blue-red has tons of good spells. I think it's just Faithful. Again, I just don't like Berserker. Okay, well, I'm going to get a 3rd Faithful, really. I'm just going to cut the Great Teacher's Decree. It could be a little bit annoying. Take Glint. I don't really want it. I don't want 1 Storm Singer, much less 2. We've got Walls. I think Kindle Fury can be a pretty good combat trick. And we have no combat tricks right now. I don't know, E-Reppy. We'll see. Faithful still lets you bounce some crazy... Like, I don't think Red-Blue's going to have a problem trading with, like, a Berserker-type card. I just think that City's Faithful lets you get rid of the crazy Bolster card, and just it really blocks a lot of good early plays, and I can try to win with flyers and some bigger guys. What's up, DPG? You so sexy. Thanks, The Beats. I've died with these amazing decks with Skywise Teachings, so I didn't want to take like. This ended up being too slow. It sat dead in my hand. I had to do too much to make it work. And the red should be pretty open in pack 2, unless he opened a red card and took a Tarka free, and then just hedged his bets that since red was cut off, that everyone else would pass him red. Pretty happy to pick up Tail Slash. It's one of the top cards. Obviously, a Cood Cobra is what I would first pick first pack, but I would take Tail Slash second out of this pack. So I'm happy to be there. It's good to notice that in second pack. It's easy to get a bunch of cards in your colors, but it's definitely nice to notice where you're at and make sure that you're getting like one of the top few cards in just about every pack. The question is, how greedy do we really want to be? Do we really care about being blue? I have not found Pristine Skywise to be that great. Yeah, I like Interceptor too. That's what I'm not sure about, is if it should be Hot Hands or Interceptor. I'm not light on win cons, so the 2 removal spells could be really good. So many games, I feel like, come down. Your opponent's like, well, if he has Rage, I guess I lose. Like, so I think I just want to take the Rage. And the fact that I'm not willing to take a blue-white dragon. Yeah, I do have a Lore Master. Why does it keep doing Rage like... oh, it's confusing the 4 drops and the 5 drops. All right. I really want to get a Tormenting Voice for this deck. But I think it needs to be Scion. Yeah, I think it has to, a big closer like that. That's a loose use of the word closer, but I think I'll get another shot at Tormenting Voice. And we don't have a sort of a higher end finisher. So I'm happy to get him. Oh, the green is real here. Bam, bam, bam. Great green uncommon. Great green common. Another very good green common. Hardened Berserker will help me curve too, which will be nice. It's sad when that's like your beater, but he was good for me this weekend when I had him. He got around reach. I had an opponent that just had a reach in his hand. He even said he's like, I have reach. And I had to play against an opponent who had Ugin, where they had to pacify him, and they had to wait a turn to play Ugin. And I was like Mel Gibson in fucking Braveheart. I held, what's his name? Pitiless Horde, in order to be able to kill Ugin if he drew and played it, because I didn't think it was going to be good enough, like that big a deal just to play it at the points I could play it, and so I kept it. I just held it. I could have traded it and gotten more beats in, but I really thought that he had it. He was on like 6, 7 lands, and he had summer cards, and I really thought he had Ugin again, and so I'd already seen Ugin once. I just guessed he had Ugin, but... All right, the best card here is Sabertooth Outrider. That's another 4 drop. Oh, these are all 3 drops, though, so we're actually pretty good on 3s. I don't think the Stormslinger's making it. Yeah, we cut the red. So apparently the Atarka Freet was not taken, doesn't seem to have been taken by either of the people directly to my left. It might be, I think it's got to be Outrider here. It could maybe be, Atarka Free. Is that 5th pick Atarka Free? That's 6th pick Atarka Free. It could potentially, maybe it should have been Dragon Fodder. I don't know how easily I'm going to get Formidable. I just really like the Sabertooth Outrider. But in a world where I don't get Formidable that easy, maybe it should have been that. Sight Beyond Sight did some crazy work for me this weekend. I think it's a pretty easy Ojutai summons. I do like Void Squall, but I don't think I need it. Yeah, 4/4 flyer for 6 is not... The red is... there's at least one person in red at the whole table besides me. Because I'm not seeing like 3 red cards per pack. I'm just seeing that means 7 people passed that card up. So then that means the red guy must have opened it, so he's right to my right? That doesn't even make sense. So someone opened a rare. The one red guy, there was a better card for him than that. I'm not going to play a second glint. I'm probably most afraid of, I got a bounce card. I'm going to take out the Mind Rot. That could be a little bit annoying. The card advantage could be real. What do we think of Carsey Deceiver in this deck? It could be pretty solid. We have a number of morphs. What happens working? Add 1 to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to cast face down creature with spell. I'm gonna play the Carsey. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna take it. We have a ton of creatures and no real card draw. Mystic Meditation might be alright. Loose Calm, probably not very good. I'm going to take Loose Calm. It's not replaceable anymore. Oh, nice. Very happy to get an Updraft Elemental. He was putting in work for me this weekend. Summit Prowler? Bam. This deck is built. I would love to battle people. Just a 2-pack draft here. No, it's just so unlikely that no one else at the table is red. But then you get Draconic Roar. Doesn't somebody see that and maybe think I could? I don't know. It's just like it's such a good uncommon. I mean, it's not something like you pump your fist, pack one, pick one, but you're not unhappy. I think if you pack one, pick one, Draconic Roar, I don't think you would take a do over on the pack. Like I think that's a better than average first pick. Do you remember? Does anybody remember anybody saying that 1/4 flyer really put in a lot of work and it was like he's shitty, he's terrible, he's unplayable? Does anybody remember who that guy was? Really good hair, had a beard about a week ago. No, it's still got to be Heelcutter, I think. I don't know if this is like really a Heelcutter deck, but every deck's a Heelcutter deck. And I'm not even a huge Heelcutter fan relative to how good it is or whatever. I obviously acknowledge that it's a great card, but however good it is, I think it's not as good as most people think it is. I think it's an 8, and most people think it's a 9.7 or whatever on the Richter scale. So I don't think there's any reason my deck can't get a little bit more aggressive. There's there's 2 drops and there's mediocre 2 drops in here, but there's some stuff. I'm pretty happy to pick up a Mardu Scout. I don't see Deceiver making it. Glint probably does not make it. Probably Updraft Elemental doesn't make this version of the deck. Like most of the cards in here are aggressively costed. Double Sidisi's Faithful probably isn't making it. It might wheel twice if there's enough cards, E-Reppy. I think we're going to get all the red cards we want, so this is going to be the 8th pick Heelcutter. I think he'll be just fine in this deck. I definitely want to get some more 2 drops. I'm going to have to value them pretty highly. I can't take it over Heelcutter. Heelcutters and Sarkhan's Rage, you can set up a lot of shit. I'm cutting the heels. I really would like a 2-drop. Rite of Undoing is my only Delve card, and it's such a good tempo card. I mean, I can bounce all kinds of relevant stuff. One time before I did Heelcutter so it didn't die, I can bounce Sidisi's Faithful if I want. Like, there's stuff I can do. I did say I wanted 2 drops. Maybe I have to value all 2 drops really highly now just because I'm not going to have much. Oh, we just don't play blue at all? Huh. I think it has to be Smoldering or Freet over River Prowler. I need the 2 drops to make Heelcutter potent. I'd like the card draw too, but I think we're erring on the side of aggression. Oh, another Mardu Scout. And we also knew we were going to get all the sick blue-red cards, all the red cards at least. So, all right, we've only seen, there could be a Will of the Naga in the next pack, like my next pick. But that's my only shot at it. That's the only other one I saw. I know it's double blue. I don't think Gore Swine is particularly good in this deck. I mean, we have 2 Heelcutters, so maybe. I think we really want a Will of the Naga. So, and I'm not worried about the blue, like the 2 blue mana. I mean, I'm going to be a 10-7 split or a 9-8 split. Yes. All right. Right now, I don't think I cut any of these. Maybe Loremaster has to be in just because the fact that I have 2 Sarkhan's Rage. I'm not sure I like Drowner at all in this deck. Will is going to be more than pretty sweet, safe and sane. No, I'm happy with the blue. Yeah, I don't know that right is going to make it. I don't really want a collateral damage. I want the second will. Yeah, I like 2 delve spells. Pretty sure Drowner doesn't make it. You know what's really good at stopping Heelcutter? Ethereal Ambush. Honestly, the only cards that are making me want to play blue are the 2 Will of the Naga. I think, honestly, if I didn't have the 2 Will of the Naga, I would just make it mono red. Play the Dragon Rage, the Storm Singer. Yeah, I think Rite of Undoing, definitely worse than Will of the Naga in most spots. If I had some come into play effects, maybe. Yeah, usually you get 1 Will for 2 or 3 mana, unless you just want to do it for 4 mana. Yeah, I think the Lore Master is too slow as well. I like the Kindled Fury. I think it's very unplayed around. I think Coat with Venom is very expected. I think this card is much less expected. And we have 2 6/2s. That'll kill like a Gigantosaur. I don't think, I like the idea of buying back a Sarkhan's Rage, but that seems unnecessary. And our card quality is excellent. I was going to cut Scholar, which seems ridiculous. Maybe Faithful. But it's still a 1 mana bounce spell. But you got to look at it. It's a 1 mana unsummon for a tempo deck. Like I play it for 1 and then get my Heelcutter in so they can't block. I was thinking about bringing the other one back in. I don't like the Youthful Scholar at all in this deck. I'm honestly not sure how much I like Scion of Ugin. He seems very slow for what he does. I mean, he is a dragon for Thunderbreak Regent. We ended up with more spells and removal than I thought we would. I kind of like cutting the Scion of Ugin and playing 17. Yeah. Telling Phil about the Pack 2 Pick 8 Draconic Roar. The Delve is nice, and it's a 2-drop. All right, Phil's got his blue-red. Let's see what Phil's looks like. Wish we'd gotten a Tormenting Voice. Ojutai's Breath would have been good, too. Let's all sing happy birthday to Phil. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you salty bastard. Happy birthday to you. Good night, Timrod. Thanks, Breakfish. I appreciate it, man. I mean, I feel like it's Scion of Ugin. What's up, Lul Moore? Maybe Lose Calm is better than like Sidisi's Faithful. I like the idea like Sidisi's Faithful, like, but it is also blue. I don't know if it's ridiculous or not. Like, that's what Phil's suggesting because I have Heelcutters. I feel like 17 is a little loose. Pretty damn clunky until your opponent doesn't get to attack and you just win. I wanted to cut Scion of Ugin so I could play 17 land. I just don't know if I can play 17 with this. Wish I had a tormenting voice. I think I'm good with 10-7. That's true. I just think 17 is just loose here. I feel like it needs to be 18.